have been extensively studied and is recognized as a significant concern worldwide. Research consistently highlights that young adults in tertiary education face unique psychological challenges, with unique indicating that up to 60% of students globally report overwhelming anxiety during their academic journeys. Academic pressure, personal responsibilities, and the challenges of adjusting to university life often lead to heightened levels of stress and anxiety. This can impair academic performance, mental well-being, and even physical health if left unmanaged. In response to this growing crisis, experts emphasize the importance of proactive stress management strategies. Activities such as mindfulness, physical exercise, and creative hobbies are increasingly recognized as vital tools for restoring emotional balance. Thus, students need to allocate their time for relaxation activities to help reduce their stress levels. Focusing on this need, our study turns its lens to the Center for Foundation Studies at the International Islamic University Malaysia or IIUM. Inshallah, for today, our group would like to present our findings entitled Time Spent on Relaxation Activities among CFS IIM students. Using a convenience sampling technique, our study surveyed 69 respondents. The gender distribution revealed that 55.1% of the respondents identified as female, meanwhile the remaining 44.9% identified as male. The purposes of our findings are twofold. The first one is to explore the methods CFS IIM students use to manage their stress and anxiety. And the second objective is to calculate the average time spent by each gender on relaxation activities. By addressing these objectives, our research aims to contribute actionable insights for educators, counselors, and policymakers seeking to enhance student well-being in Islamic higher education environments. Well, that's all from me. Now I would like to pass the mic to Shamin Haizi for further elaboration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Danish. Now, I will present the data analysis for quantitative data about time spent on relaxation or mindfulness activities among CFS IIM students. From the data that we get, we construct the frequency distribution table to show how much time students spend daily on these activities. Now, let's look at the measurements of mean, median, and mode. Okay, by using this formula, the mean or average student spend their time on relaxation activities is 145.36 minutes. The mode or the most frequent time spent is 129.88 minutes, indicating this is the most common time spent by students. The median or the middle value is 180.14 minutes, showing that 50% of the students spend more than this time for relaxing, while the other half spend less. Okay, now moving on to the measurement variance and standard deviation. By using this formula, the variance is 9,363.23 minutes squared and standard deviation calculated as 96.79 minutes, highlight the spread and dispersion in the data, confirming that there are large variations in time spent on relaxation or mindfulness activity among CFS IIM students. Next, we represent this data into three different graphs. First, in the form of histogram. Second, in the form of frequency polygon, and the last one is ogive graph. Okay, thank you. I will let Fakrul to proceed.
Next, I will be describing a bar chart that illustrates how many sessions students spend on relaxation activities per day. The x-axis represents the number of sessions, ranging from 1 to 5 of sessions, while the y-axis indicates the number of students. From the chart, we observe that most students engage in 2 relaxation sessions per day, with around 30 students in this category. The second most common choice is 1 session per day, followed by 3 sessions, which has a moderate number of students. Very few students participate in 4 or 5 sessions, making them the least common choices. This data gives us a valuable insight into how much students manage stress and anxiety. The fact that most students engage in 1 or 2 sessions suggests that they will recognize the importance of taking breaks, but may have limited time due to academic responsibilities. The sharp decline in students engaging in 4 or 5 more sessions could indicate that while relaxation is important, excessive breaks might not be practical or necessary for most. However, Those who engage in multiple sessions might experience higher level of stress and need more frequent relaxation to cope. Although this chart highlights the balance students try to maintain between productivity and self-care. Understanding these patterns can help educators and students alike develop better strategies for managing stress effectively. By prioritizing structured relaxations, students can enhance focus, mental well-being, and overall academic performance.
Thank you, Brother Fakrul. Moving to the next question. Our first chart shows that the most popular time for relaxation are in the evening with 43.5% of students choosing this time, and at night with 40.6%. This suggests that many students prefer to distress after completing their daily responsibilities. On the other hand, only 7.2% of students relax in the morning, and the last 8.7% in the afternoon. This may be due to academic schedule or other commitments earlier in the day. Encouraging students to integrate relaxation techniques earlier in the day could help them manage stress more effectively throughout their schedule. Let's look at the type of activities students prefer. A significant 71% of students choose indoor activities like reading, gaming, or using social media, while other 29% goes for outdoor activities such as jogging or hiking. This preference for indoor activities may be due to their convenience, accessibility, or the comfort they provide after a long day. The lower percentage of outdoor activities preference could be due to time constraints, limited facilities, or personal comfort level. This insight suggests that relaxation programs for students should prioritize indoor options while also encouraging outdoor activities to support both mental and physical well-being. That's all from me, and I will pass the mic to Brother Harizakul.
Thank you, Brother Ilham. Next, the pie chart shows where the CFS IIUM students prefer doing mindfulness activities alone or with friends. Out of 69 respondents, 63.8 prefer doing activities alone, while 36.2% prefer doing them with friends. Most of CFS IIUM students like spending time on their own, which might mean they enjoy personal space or feel more comfortable alone. However, some still prefer the company of friends, showing that the importance of social activities. This balance suggests that some activities are better alone, while others are more fun with friends. Next, the pie chart shows what kind of background noise people prefer while doing the mindfulness activity. Most of CFS IIUM students like ambient music, which can help with focus and relaxation. In the second place, CFS IIUM students prefer silence, showing that some like no noise at all. Songs are chosen by small population of CFS students, while some prefer nature sound. Human-made sound are least chosen by CFS IIUM students. It is like making soft humming or distant conversation. This shows that while many enjoy background music, others prefer quiet. Creating spaces with both options could help meet different preferences. In summary, research indicates that mindfulness-based intervention can effectively reduce stress and improve mental health among university students. Islamic teaching emphasizes patience and trust in Allah as essential virtue for managing stress, encouraging believers to remain steadfast and rely on divine wisdom during challenging times. That's all from us. Thank you.